Looks like Superman didn't get his coffee this morning. Welcome, fans and collectors. This is Marvel and DC 379 with another review, and today we'll be looking at DC Comics Multiverse Superman Doomed. And I know what you're thinking, why does Superman look like Doomsday? Well, in the review, I'll cover that. But for now, let's take a look at the packaging. Here's the DC Comics logo, and I just love this logo. It looks like a comic book page turning. Ages 4 and up, DC Comics Multiverse. Here's the figure in packaging, and he comes with a collect and connect piece. There's the art, the DC Comics logo again, Superman Doomed, collect and connect, New 52 Doomsday. Here's the side, DC Comics Multiverse. Here's the logo again, and there's Superman Doomed. Superman Doomed, real name Clark Kent, base of operations, Metropolis. When he destroys the evil Doomsday, Superman is infected with a virus that causes him to mutate and take on Doomsday-like characteristics. Now, here's the back, the DC logo, Superman Doomed, DC Comics Multiverse. DC Comics Multiverse figures are inspired by comic-based, character-rich entertainment sources such as movies and video games. These figures are meticulously designed to be truly authentic, celebrating the many universes of entertaining DC Comics material. And here's the rest of the wave for the Doomsday, which is the collect and connect figure. I don't often complete build-it figures or collect and connect figures, but I definitely want to complete this Doomsday. So here's all of this junk. Okay, so that's about it for packaging. Now let's get into the figure. And here's the figure out of packaging. And I know what you're thinking, why the hell does Superman look like Doomsday? Well, in the storyline Superman Doomed, Superman did kill Doomsday, and Doomsday's blood splattered all over him, mutating him into a Doomsday-like creature. So that's about it. Let's get into the figure. I do have the original New 52 Superman, and the red parts like the belt and the boots are in a nice shiny metallic color. These are more in a dull color, which I think fits to make him more dark and evil, I guess you can say. And this is the New 52 costume, since Superman Doomed is in the New 52 continuity. I absolutely love the spikes from his chest and the shoulder. That's just beautiful sculpting right there. I honestly would have preferred if his hands were in a fist position, so they make interesting displays, or for kids to play with, like you want to punch something. But I guess in a more claw pose, I guess it makes sense to make him more monstrous and evil. Now let's take a look at the head sculpt, and it is just fantastic. The gray, I love the fangs, the red eyes, and the spikes around his chin. Makes him really look evil and monstrous, just like Doomsday. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint, but it can go up that far and down this far, which is a shame because he does need that for flying poses. His arms are on a hinge, but can only go this far because of the spikes. Hinge elbow, swivel wrist, hinge torso, and there's a seam at the waist, and I'd assume that's a swivel waist, but I can't move it and I don't want to break it, so that's a shame. He does have ball jointed hips, which is a surprise because I'm so used to DC Universe Classics hip joints, but they're on ball joints and it can go that far, which is very impressive. Hinge knees, but they can only go that far, and hinge ankles, and it can only go that far. So this is the most disappointing aspect of the figure, the articulation. It's very limited. The only accessory he comes with is a collect and connect Doomsday figure arm. So that's about it. Let's get into comparisons. So here is Superman Doomed with DC Comics Unlimited New 52 Superman. And you can tell they're the same character. This is the New 52 Superman if you were mutated and transformed into an ugly, horrible creature. And it's not just that. Another clear difference are the colors, like I mentioned. Like, this has more metallic, shiny colors, while this has more dull, bland colors. And Superman Doomed is a bit taller and bigger. So my final thoughts, I love the sculpting, I love the colors, and the head sculpt is just fierce, and I love the spikes. But the weakest aspect is the articulation. You can't get into super crazy, dynamic poses with this figure. So, I can only recommend this figure if you're a big fan of the Superman Doomed storyline or want the collect and connect piece for Doomsday. But otherwise, it's an easy pass. But if you want to get him, you can if you want. I'm not going to stop you. So this has been it for my review. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next. So until then, up, up, and away.